Greetings to everyone from a new video. Today we are going to talk about good movies released in late 2022. Let's move on to our video without wasting much time. The first movie I will talk about is Megan, which is a mixture of horror and science fiction. It tells the story of a woman who has to take care of her niece who lost her parents. Gemma, who has difficulty taking care of her nephew because she is busy, decides to get help from a prototype artificial intelligence robot named Megan, which she built for the company she works for. The AI robot not only helps the child and teaches him many new things, but also saves Gemma time at work. Things start to get out of control as the robot slowly gets out of control. I thought this movie was going to be extremely bad, but I was wrong. Megan is a classic Hollywood horror movie with a good script that moves at a nice fast pace. I like the story of the movie. Megan shows the importance of people communicating with each other. They also explained the importance of feeling something. I also enjoyed watching the scenes in the movie where Megan behaves extremely strange. I think they used a real puppet for the robot. Was there anything bad in the movie? Honestly, if you want to watch a real horror movie, Megan may not be for you. There was no scene in the movie that really scared me. They shot the movie in a fun and light thriller style rather than straight horror. If you are looking for a sensible science fiction story and you really want to be scared, don't watch Megan. Friends, my score for the movie is 6 out of 10. Our second movie is the new movie Babylon by Damien Chazelle, a director I love very much. We probably won't see a movie like this in theaters for a long time. During the production phase, the studio gave the director a high budget and allowed him to make the movie he wanted, but after its release, the movie has earned only $11 billion so far against a budget of $80 million, and it was already an exceptional situation to trust the director so much in this movie. Babylon was a very strange movie that lasted 3 hours. There were parts of the movie that I liked a lot, but in the last 1 hour the movie bored me a lot and I wanted the movie to end. 1920 The movie takes place in the mid-1980s and shows us the extreme craziness of the Hollywood parties of the time. One of our main characters is a star actor. One wants to be a star actor, and one wants to work behind the camera. My favorite scenes in Babylon were the scenes where we watched the filming of the movie. The crazy party scenes are exhausting and well shot. The movie shows us first the craziness and excess of Hollywood and then the transition from silent movies to talkies. This period was exhausting for many people in the industry. Some actors who were great in most movies didn't perform well in talkies and lost their popularity. The future of cinema was also a topic of discussion during this period. Today there is a transition from movie theaters to internet platforms. Director Damien Chazelle has shown us that cinema will not disappear and will exist in some way. I won't give any spoilers, but towards the end of the movie Damien Chazelle shares his thoughts on the subject with a different and enjoyable scene that a naive cinema student can think of. Although I am happy to watch a strange movie like Babel, unfortunately I cannot recommend this movie to everyone. My score for this movie is 6 out of 10. In third place is Guillermo del Toro's new Netflix movie Pinocchio. Pinocchio has some interesting ideas about life and death. The movie is shot in stop motion, which means that most of what you see on the screen is made with real puppets. They take 24 pictures for every second, so what we're watching feels like a normal movie. Changing the mouths of the characters according to the syllables and moving their arms and bodies is very time-consuming and labor-intensive. I liked Pinocchio, although I found the musical scenes in the movie a bit unnecessary and I thought the movie would be a bit short. Friends, my score for the movie is 7 out of 10. Our fourth movie caught my attention. Puss in Boots 2 is set in the Shrek universe and tells the story of our cat who lost 8 of his 9 lives. If you haven't seen the first movie of the series that came out 11 years ago, don't worry, because in the movie they introduce each character from the beginning. I had already forgotten about the first movie because it wasn't very good. Puss in Boots 2 has a good plot, a clear and paced story, and fun characters. I was especially happy with the subject the movie dealt with and the way it handled this subject. I love movies with this kind of theme. The dark atmosphere that was created when each character appeared was great. Another thing I liked about the movie was the animation style. By the way, I watched the movie with English dubbing and the dubbing was very successful. Friends, I give this movie 7.5 out of 10. In fifth place is the sequel to Knives Out, Glass Onion. Knives Out was very popular when it was released and did well at the box office. Netflix then bought the rights to the second and third films in the series for $450 million. Nowadays, high-budget Hollywood movies can easily be made for $200 to $250 million. It's crazy to pay twice that for a low-budget project like Knives Out. The second film in the series starts with a super rich guy inviting his friends to his island in Greece that he bought to play killer. While the group is trying to play killer for fun, one of them actually dies and Benoit has to figure out what happened. I enjoyed watching this movie, but I definitely didn't enjoy it as much as the first movie. The first movie was really a killer movie. The characters in this movie seemed ordinary to me. The story and jokes were not as good as in the first movie. Friends, while watching the movie, I felt like I was watching an above-average TV series episode, but that doesn't mean that I found the movie bad. Daniel Craig again gave a good performance as Benoit. There is a big difference between James Bond and this character. My score for this movie is 7 out of 10. Our sixth movie is Weird, the Al Yankovic story starring Daniel Radcliffe and about the life of parody singer Al Yankovic. The guy who changes the lyrics of popular songs is very popular in America, and I didn't know there was such a parody singer before the movie. But I had a lot of fun watching this ridiculous and funny movie. He is a parody singer, so they made his movie in the style of a parody. It was also fun to watch Daniel Radcliffe in a comedy movie. The actor does movies that are fun for him instead of focusing on his career, and I think that's really great. The movie could have been better if it was a little shorter than its normal duration. Friends, if you like to watch funny and weird movies like this, I give this movie 6.5 out of 10. The next movie on our list is legendary director Steven Spielberg's semi-autobiographical film, The Fabelmans. The movie tells the story of a little boy and his family who start to be interested in cinema from a young age. I like the movie. Some people might think that The Fabelmans is ordinary and boring, but I really liked some scenes in the movie. The main character, who is devoted to cinema, doesn't think about anything else and gets away from his family. The strange dynamics within the family, director Spielberg handled them well. My biggest problem with The Fabelmans was that the movie lost its fluency towards the end. I also wish some of the issues in the movie were emphasized more. I would recommend this movie to anyone who is interested in cinema and wants to tell a story. My score for this movie is 6 out of 10. I thank you all for watching, and I would also be very happy if you subscribe to my channel and like my video. Take care and see you in other videos.